Hi friends, today I'm going to read you chapter 1 of Dory, Fantasmagory. And Lady's going to hang out in here because she really likes stories too. So she was hanging out here while I was reading it. She might go sit in the corner, but she loves stories. So she wanted to say hi before we start. She's very fluffy and definitely needs her trim. I already cut her eyes back a little bit so we can still see them. And we've been working on getting her mats out of her fur a lot. She has little mats all over. But we're working on it, and she's going to get trimmed soon, huh? I bet a lot of you guys are getting haircuts soon, too. Or maybe you got one at home already. Bye, baby. All right. Today, we're going to read Dory, Fantasmagory. And I'm in another room of my house. You might notice there's some puzzles on the wall behind us. So when we make a puzzle, when I was younger, we would glue it together and then we'd put it up on the wall as a display. So if you guys are puzzlers, maybe you want to think about doing that. All right, Dory Fantasmagory, chapter 1. I'm going to see if I can hold it up so you guys can see some of the pictures too. What's great is in some chapter books, there's no pictures, like the ones Miss Carver reads that are really long. But when we have younger ones for you guys, they still have some pictures, but they're going to be black and white pictures. So this is called Dory Fantasmagory by Abby Hanlon. And Fantasmagory is a dreamlike state where real life and imagination are blurred together. So it's both. And there's Lady. I said she'd probably stay and read with us. Chapter 1, Such a Baby. My name is Dory, but everyone calls me Rascal. This is my family. I am the little kid. Right here. My sister's name is Violet, and my brother's name is Luke. Violet is the oldest. Violet and Luke never want to play with me. They say I'm a baby. Mom, Rascal's bothering us. What's she doing? Calls my mother. She's looking at us. She's breathing. All summer long, whenever I try to play with Luke and Violet, they say, please leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave, but I can't think of what to say. So I ask questions. It's hard to read backwards. Any question I can think of. What does please mean? Why do we have armpits? How do they make plastic? Questions. I like the armpit one. I can't wait for school to start so we can get a break from Rascal, says Violet. Me too, grumbles Luke. Don't talk about school. I cover my ears. I never want summer to end. I like to stay home in my nightgown instead of getting dressed for school. It's a winter nightgown, says Violet. And it's inside out, says Luke. And it's backwards, says Violet. So what, I say. So now that you've turned 6, you need to stop acting like such a baby. Why do you always call me a baby, I complain. Because you talk to yourself, says Violet. And you have temper tantrums, says Luke. And you play with monsters, says Violet. Talk to myself. I have no idea what they're talking about. I never talk to myself. I talk to my friend, Mary. No one can see her except me. Mary, it's lunchtime. Mary always wants to play with me. She thinks I'm the greatest. Why do we have armpits? What an interesting question. At night, Mary sleeps under my bed. What is opposite of a sandwich? I've always wondered that. During that day, Mary follows me around. She wants to do whatever I'm doing. I usually don't mind, but sometimes I have to tell her no. Sorry, Mary, I'm playing with Violet. No, you aren't. Okay, Mary, what do you want to play? I ask. So she really wants to play with her siblings, but they don't always want to play with her. And so she has her friend Mary when she needs her. Here are some things Mary likes to do. try to steal Violet's doll, Cherry, fake sleep, sneak cookies from the high cabinet, exercise club, get dragged around the house in a laundry basket. Why are you talking to a laundry basket? That's what Luke says. Faster, faster. And she's like, yeah. They also like to look for monsters. Ooh. Mary is my favorite, but my house is actually full of monsters. There's the toilet monster who comes into the bathroom if you sit on the toilet for too long. There's the ketchup monster who makes weird noises when you squeeze the ketchup. There's also the laundry monster, the broken drawer monster, the vacuum monster, the upstairs hallway monster, the living room monster, and more. So here's the upstairs hallway monster. This one is the laundry monster. And at the top we have the toilet monster, the ketchup monster, the vacuum monster, the living room monster, and the broken drawer monster. They all look a little different, huh? I try to warn Luke and Violet when I see one. Watch out! It's behind you! Ah, there's a monster in your underwear. See it? He's poking out of his underwear. Run, the vacuum monster's coming! But Luke and Violet don't appreciate it. You should ruin their checkers game, huh? Rascal is driving me crazy. Yeah, me too. What are we gonna do? That's Violet and Luke talking about her. Let's scare her back. I'll think of something. Think of something that will get her to stop acting like such a baby. I've got an idea. Ooh. After dinner, Violet and Luke say they have something important to tell me. I follow them upstairs, skipping steps. I'm so excited. What can it be? Violet lets me sit on her bed. Maybe she will let me play with Cherry. Very slowly, Violet asks me, Rascal, have you ever heard of someone named Mrs. Gobblegracker? I shake my head, no. Well, Mrs. Gobblegracker is a robber and she steals baby girls, says Violet. And she's 570 years old and has very sharp teeth, adds Luke. And well, says Violet, you're going to be really surprised when I tell you this. What? I say, I'm dying to know. She's been looking for you, she says quickly. Are you serious? I ask. Dead serious, she says. Mrs. Gobblegracker is looking for me? I ask in amazement. Shh, says Luke. She's so scary. You have to whisper when you say her name. Like this, Mrs. Gobblegracker. So if I were you, I would stop acting like such a baby so she doesn't come get you, says Violet. For a moment, I'm quiet. This is a lot to think about. Luke and Violet stare at me as if they're waiting for me to cry. How will she get in the house? Does she come in the front door? Will she ring the doorbell? I ask them. Before they answer, I have some more questions. Is she sneaky? Will I have to battle her? Does she wear a long black cape? Is it made out of fur? Is it real fur or fake fur? Are her teeth rotting? Does she brush them? Does she have a really creepy looking nose? Does she have a cat? Does she live in a cave? Does she really have long bones? We don't know. Leave us alone, they shout, shaking their heads and walking away fast. I follow Luke and Violet around the house. Oh my gosh, what have we done? Says Luke, covering his ears. Is she a vegetarian? Does she vote? Is she nocturnal? Does she like ice cream? Does she like anything? Is she powerful? Does she have a cell phone? Does she eat rubber chickens? This is the worst idea we have ever had, says Violet, trying to get away from me. Ever, says Luke. Ever, ever, ever. I don't even want to know what happens next, says Violet. And then look, it's chapter 2. So chapter 2 is called, Did You Hear the Doorbell Ring? Uh-oh. Wonder. Mrs. Gobblegracker. Interesting. All right, so that was chapter 1 of Dory, Fantasmagory. I hope you liked it. And chapter 2 is going to come out next week on either Monday or Tuesday. So I hope you're looking forward to the next chapter of Dory, Fantasmagory. Bye, friends.